Всем привет, это канал Resident Game, меня зовут Яна, и мы продолжаем играть в Demonicon. Мы вернулись в город с болота. И опять нападают на нас, как всегда. Ну чё? Чё, ребят, мне надо? Все? Или еще будут? Как я ловко увернулась от опасности. Вообще же. Так. Да сколько их еще? Наконец-то. Что?
You two have been enemies for as long as I've known you, Sergeant.
This time it's different. At first I thought he wanted to get revenge for a few things from earlier. It would be just like him to break your truce. But it hasn't stopped. He claims he wants to free the Warunkians from some subjugation, and calling himself the protector of the forgotten lately. The truth is, he just slaughters anyone he doesn't like. Women, children, he's gone crazy. This isn't just crime anymore, lad. This is war.
Sergeant, what do you want from me?
Why, to warn you, of course. What else, lad? Sooner or later, Parel will sidle up to you and start spreading his dirty lies. You must not believe him, lad. Douglas Dratchas. Don't believe a word that rogue says.
I'll be careful, Sergeant.
And if you run into one of Parel's brown nosers, make short work of them. They all deserve. Gosh, Tosha most of us.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray.
Так, а это какой у нас? 3 глава. Половина игры прошла, походу. Так. Понятно. Идет война за город. Что у нас тут происходит?
Thank you again for your dedication to the good of the city.
What have you discovered?
Gamut actually was on the track of a healing artifact, but he died before he could find it. His methods were unusual, but for the sake of all the infected, I've arranged for the search to continue.
So, there's hope. My mother Parain, that's good news. Here, take this. Warren owes you her thanks and recognition.
And be more careful in future. Evil often comes unexpectedly in the Shadowlands. My people can't be everywhere.
Especially since your people should be primarily concerned with the enemy beyond the walls, Metropolitan.
All the better that there are no disagreements as to who will execute the summoner my people caught.
To my knowledge, that was a certain traitor, one whose demise left a vacancy not only as your deputy, but also in the office of Plague Bailiff.
Metropolitan Turgilev, you're the leader of the Rondrians here in Warung, right?
If titles are important to you, the Metropolitan represents the Sword of Swords, the head of the Church of Rondra.
Strange title.
The sword is the queen of weapons. It is simple, honest, and without guile.
And virtuous enough to be used to put false co-conspirators in their graves.
If you want to look at it that way.
Margrave, isn't your place really in the upper town?
That does not mean that I don't like to mix with people. I enjoy watching the carpenters just as much as I do spending an evening in the gardens up there. But you're right. Normally, Sergeant Fergalosh would be responsible for the lower town. Currently, however, some developments require my attention.
So the summoner finally gets his just desserts. Have you learned any more about why he was summoning demons within the walls?
His deeds were too reckless for a mage. His demonic masters must have ordered him to. Or Falk.
We demanded answers from him, but he remained silent.
And your goddess doesn't like the methods available to force someone to answer, right?
Either way, the sword is too good for him. So he will hang. An interrogation will be a waste of time.
Where is this execution going to be held?
Marketplace, second hour.
And of course you too are welcome to be there when the villain gets his just desserts. Until then, farewell.
His hanging corpse will serve as a warning to those who still pact with demons.
Fine. See you at the execution.
And greet your father for me. I'm sure he's expected you. You'll find him in the old pillory.
Так. Он не в тюрьме уже.
The Metropolitan has decreed
Those assholes in the
that from
guard
this
slaughtered
day
everyone who
forth,
wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes in the guard want to spread it around fairly.
Вообще мне не туда. А что у нас тут? А, просто закрыто было. Так, ну, это типа наша комната, где мы жили.
You defeated Gamat.
It was his destiny, he claimed. The power of his gift has been transferred to me, just like Falk's. But I have even more to tell you. About undead slaves and false saints.
And then there were 5. It's terrible to learn how your own children butcher one another. And now the next awakened is already on your trail. She says she will find you, and she gave me
О, это женщина.
An awakened was here? She spoke with you?
I don't know if she wants us as allies, or only as tools for her own plan. These are instructions on summoning. She said it can call up the demon that created your gifts. But the document is complicated. Nandurian figures, encrypted 3 times. I'll need some time to make sense of it.
Why should she play into our hands when she has everything and we have nothing?
She says that she can free you from the forced killings. I'm afraid we have to play along for now.
Only until she shows herself to me. Then she will answer me. What does this awakened expect to get by summoning this demon? That's risky business.
If she's telling the truth, the ingredients listed in these instructions really could help. Each demon has its own peculiarities, which must be taken into account during the incantation. The real danger starts when it appears. The demon's true name helps to keep it under control, but you can never be sure if they will really follow your commands or betray you instead. In the end, the exact wording of the command is the most important thing. Whatever you negotiate with the demon, it will stick to it. And that's why every summoner is eventually dragged down to the Nether Hells, because they used the wrong words just once.
You've always had this way of boosting my courage.
Not just every summoner, Chiron.
Так.
You called Gamet your child. Don't tell me that you're father to us all.
Calandra is not your sister, you know that. I know I sired
О,
3 of the
Господи.
7. 1 girl, 2 boys. And you are one of those boys.
Откуда ты знаешь?
Calandra?
She has a different father. He is as shrewd as he is obsessed with Borbarad's teachings. 3 women and 4 men. That should be all 7 awakened.
That means this awakened could be my real sister.
Yes. Maybe Falk was your brother, or Gamat, or one of the others.
То есть ты даже не знаешь, кто твои дети. Возможно, Каландра твоя дитя, твой ребенок.
I found out that Azrael took Calandra to the Clawmore to expand her consciousness using a demonic plant. Azrael introduced her to Gamet, but didn't let them fight each other. The way Gamet spoke about their relationship, it reminded me of the way you taught us.
It fits. Azrael is trying to seduce Calandra with Borbarad's teachings, just like me. Vast knowledge, infinite power, tempting things.
We also don't know what role the Awakened who visited you plays. She may even be Kalandra's messenger.
Or her killer. That would be the worst.
But there has to be something you can tell me about this Awakened. After all, she did come here.
Maybe her gift drew her to you. Maybe she couldn't resist its power any longer. The gift influences the will of its carrier. You've already noticed that, haven't you?
Yes. Can you tell me more about her?
Her clothing is provocative. Lots of necromantic symbols. Not exactly Borberadian.
Maybe she's not one of Azrael's followers.
She did say that she wants to help you, though she may be out to trap you. But with her look, she will have to keep a low profile in Warunk. That could give you an advantage.
Что же у нее за вид такой?
Why should I summon this demon anyway?
If the bearers of the gifts truly are destined to kill one another, then the demon is probably the only one who can remove that constraint. Negotiating with it is more likely to be successful than trying to talk Azrael into abandoning her plan.
Demons are hungry for human souls, and nothing else.
Right, and this is your chance. With the ritual of your birth, Azrael forced the demon to her will. That is the only reason he created the gifts. He should hate her for that. If you can offer him something valuable, then I'm sure he wouldn't be averse to taking revenge on her.
I have to offer him my soul.
Hopefully not. But you have something he wants, and for some reason cannot get. Otherwise, he would already have taken it. Also, you both want to hurt Azrael. That's not a bad basis for negotiation.
I've never summoned a demon. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't know how.
A summoning isn't something you just jump right into. The preparations require time. As far as I can make from the document, 3 paraphernalia are needed to perform the invocation.
Paraphernalia?
Offerings to the demon. They make it easier to call and dominate. Summoning ingredients, if you like. It says, first take unto thee 3 stones of the 3 great powers.
Чё?
From the manor, rob then 3 of the world of magic. Burn now the 3 in demonic scorching.
Where am I supposed to get stones like that?
Summoning instructions are basically a matter of interpret. It's best you find this awakened.
If she isn't luring me into a trap.
Either way.
Ладно. Пойду искать эту пробужденную, наверное. О. Сейчас будут казнить некроманта.
People of Warunk, here you see the villain responsible for the attack on our city and our faith. The executioner's sword he defiled is too good for him. A vile rope should suffice to send his dark soul where it belongs, the nether hells. Know this, Warunkians. So end those who dare rebel against the 12 gods. Take heed those who have used recent events to satisfy their greed. They are wrong, and I will call them to account. So, Rogue, any last words?
You will pay. You will all pay.
Бум. Очень интересная анимация.
Fire at the old Rondra temple!
Skilina, Magtala Widharika. Your pardon, sir, but have you seen my girls? We had agreed to meet, but they haven't shown up. That's not like them at all. Oh, it's you.
В смысле, это я?
It's your fault my brother died in Moloch Mountain.
Начинается.
But the least you could do now is help me. If I lose the girls too, I'll have no one. Please, find my daughters. I can reward you.
Do you know more about what's going on between the Guard and the cartel? The streets look like Warunk is at war.
I'm just a simple teamster's wife, but I think it's about power. It always is. Maybe amongst the Rondrians too? I mean, ever since the Lord Aravor's betrayal, they've been busy with themselves. Many duels, many dead. That left them little time to take care of the refugee camp, but what does this have to do with my children?
Ладно.
I noticed the summoner stared at a child on the scaffold. Could your daughters have been at the execution? Or at least one of them?
The execution? Possibly. They were always wherever there was something to see. Especially Maktala loved that kind of thing. Even egged the others into proving their courage at the prison, even though I always forbade it.
Tests of courage near the cells of robbers, murderers, and defilers. I bet the summoner really impressed them, didn't he?
By the Dark Mother, they spoke of him. Please, you have to find them. They're triplets, barely 10 years old. They all have my hair, and they're all wearing green dresses. The prison is in the guard headquarters, but they could be anywhere.
A good
Это
day.
побочное
At
задание
least.
или нет?
No demons so far.
Так, доска с побочными заданиями куда-то делась. Ладно. А, вот она.
You want to...
Что у вас тут? Угу. Понятно, короче. Тут такие задания, можно их даже не читать. Боже. Так. Все.
I'm glad to be in here. I hear people in the West Town are rotting alive.
Так, что у нас по заданиям? Пойдем к ближайшему. Где-то рядом должно быть.
Here,
Вроде как.
Waronkians! In Rondra's name, praise the city
Сюда,
guard.
по-моему.
She was merciful to those who wanted to
Это не
take from
то.
the armory food intended for all. For to err is to be human, and their courage does them credit. Yet forgiveness, Waronkians,
Ладно.
forgiveness is truly divine.
Где-то здесь еще. Только где? Вот это что это? Кто там прячется? Так, мне надо куда-то подняться. Угу. Дальше. Сначала побочное задание выполню, которые доступны, а потом уже по сюжету пойду. Как их много.
Waronkians, keep your city clean.
Those assholes
Whoever
in the guards
kills
wanted
a dozen
everyone who wanted
undead
to get the
rats
food
and
from the
delivers
armory
them
and
to the
spread it
temple
around.
shall
Those
receive
assholes
an
in the
entire
guard want to
bowl of
spread it
food.
around fairly, not just...
Now that the guard
Надо
is
идти
here,
по следам
sometimes they can
крови.
see people from the upper town down here.
Кто это? Что это?
Better to keep your head down. Here, you can have a knife across your throat faster than you can say for feck's sake.
А это что?
Oh, business is going well.
Ага, кусты какие-то. Что это за место? Интересно. Минуточку. Понимаю, мне внутрь. Есть какие-то подвалы, ловушки, я слышу. Это все. Надо было добыть меч. Так. Что там дальше?
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though.
В какой-то переулок надо. Сюда, наверное. Угу.
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you,
Чё?
but it's your
Что за
life.
жесть? Мертвые люди валяются. Кошмар. Тут все. Так, теперь обратно идти надо. А можно там пройти, интересно? Нельзя. Теперь обратно бежать. Почему он не может применять способности вне битвы? Я бы ускорение сделала, и все. И он бы быстрее побежал. Я что-то увидела. Понятно. Туда я не пойду.
Oh, business is going well, my friend.
Now, if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp.
You should put your money pouch in your shirts. No need to make it easy for the cartel.
Don't be like that. I still need any...
Так, как отсюда выйти-то?
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you, but your life.
Так, что там дальше? Пойду пока здесь.
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who
Praise the
wanted to
divine
get the food from the
lioness.
armory and spread
Так,
it around.
Another blow has been
Those assholes
struck
in the
against the
guard want to
darkness.
spread it around
Even
fairly.
for the
Нет.
fallen
Yesterday,
women.
the cartel
Yeah,
went out
there
on
is
an
Нет. Пойду дальше искать. Я в другую сторону.
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes in the guard want to spread it around fairly, not just throw it out into the street where the strongest take it all for themselves.
Там у нас переграждено все. понимаю, надо вниз спускаться.
Hard to believe that Falk was a traitor. He was such a handsome fellow.
Да. Так. Понятно. Что ни хрена непонятно. Куда бежать-то? О боже. Явно я не туда прибежала, куда надо. О, он еще и плюется лавой. Что ты такое? Ой, что сделал? Ау. Как-то он быстро пропал. Ау. Ау, ау.
Nice fight.
О боже, что это?
Chiron, I presume.
Да, умри. Нормально.
You know, if you have something hotter to offer than that fire, I just might be able to answer that.
Where that fire comes from, it's so hot that tougher men than
Господи.
you have melted like sweet caramel.
And you want to be the one to suck the last bit of life from my body before you enslave my bones, right?
Sounds inviting. But first, we too have a demon to summon.
So you really mean it?
Of course. It's high time we were rid of these demonic gifts.
Она похожа с этими веерами на Милену из Mortal Kombat. Или кто там был? Китана. Кто-то такой там был. С веерами.
Listen, Chiron. Azrael created our 7 gifts. She had to promise the demon 6 souls in exchange, but she is allowed to keep the 7th. That last soul is supposed to become Azrael's tool, the first paladin. And of course, there can only be one. Azrael believes that life is but a constant battle, and she forced that battle upon us with the gifts. In the end, all of the prey has been devoured, and only the hunter remains.
Ничего.
Borberadian philosophy.
You gave me the instructions for a summoning. You tell me Azrael's plans, I have everything I need. That sinks your chances of survival.
Damn it, you're just so cute. It isn't that easy. I have 2 secrets you don't know yet. The first is Zelgaroth's true name. That is the only means of controlling a demon that powerful once it has been summoned. The second secret, if I ever give it to you, will be a gift.
And I will have to earn that gift, right?
That depends on how far we go, Chiron.
Боже.
The true name should do you for now. By the way, my name is Cassio.
Кассио. Говнач.
This guy they call the Demon Master. What do you know about him?
Oh, have you no respect for the divine Borberad?
He failed.
Maybe so. But more important is, those fools who worship him still haven't understood him. He followed no one's teachings, never recognized a master. Do you think he would have wanted statues erected in his honor and choirs of cultists mindlessly aping his teachings?
Azrael forced Kalandra to swear an oath to Borberad.
Azrael is not Borberad, Chiron.
Your appearance isn't exactly inconspicuous.
Well, thank you. You look pretty tasty
Боже.
yourself. Who am I supposed to hide from? That shriveled-up dwarf or the old man with the cane? They're busy enough just trying to kill each other.
Why is Warunk considered freed when a woman is frowned upon just for showing a bare ankle?
I wasn't really talking about your ankles. I noticed you for other reasons.
That doesn't bother me in the least.
What is this first paladin business?
Each awakened passes their gift onto their murderer. The paladin arises from the combined gifts. The paladin is infinite power, free-forming astral energy. The wet dream of every dried-up old magician ensconced between dusty books.
And your reason to kill me in the end?
When the time comes, the last of us will have to pay the tribute. They lose their will to Azrael. I don't know if you'd like that. I'd rather be dead than her brainless puppet. And I don't think either of us is stupid enough to keep playing into her hands by killing one another.
Calandra, does that name ring a bell?
No, never heard of. Or, wait, isn't that terrible disease where you get all those bloody blisters under your skin?
Shut up!
And there he blows. Seems like the gift isn't the only thing that has you under control. Have you sworn something to her? Eternal, unbreakable fidelity, maybe? That would be a shame.
What do you know about
Господи, что с ним?
She is Azrael's new favorite. The new Portifex Maxima. The greatest portal opener of them all. The best of the awakened.
What portals? Out with it.
Her gift is supposed to open portals between the worlds, the human and the demonic. And although this is only my personal impression, Calandra doesn't seem uninterested in this power.
А ты видела ее, что так
You gave my
говоришь?
father instructions for summoning. What exactly is this Zul'Gurub?
A horror from the Netherhells. His power is enormous. It has cost me a great deal to steal his true name from Azrael. He is the only one who can free the awakened from the need to kill and break Azrael's power over the gifts. He created them.
He's Azrael's ally. Why should he listen to us?
Because he is not her ally. She forced him to do her bidding as...
And he doesn't know us.
Maybe he likes to watch. Imagine if he wanted a violent struggle in the summoning circle.
Так.
The fire demon, what did you have to do with it?
3 stones of dominion, burned by demonic fire. The first...
You summoned the fire demon.
You'll have to find that one out for yourself, handsome. But if you are looking for advice, in this...
Так, я так понимаю, все.
The fire demon.
3 stones...
You...
You'll... But if you are...
Все.
Alright, so we collect stones.
Good luck. And see you soon.
Странно у нее шапка. Лучше бы она ее сняла. Так понимаю, мне в храм надо? За побочным заданием. Ну и чего здесь? Кто это? Зомбированный чувак? Чё за...
No. This is against Rondra's teachings.
Чё?
Return when you are willing to fight the honorable way.
Понятно. Давай еще раз. Какой-то он жесткий. А если я буду пить микстуру? Он мне ничего не скажет. Ау. Больно? Все. Думаю, на сегодня закончим на этом. Подписывайтесь, если понравилось, интересно. Оставляйте комментарии. И до встречи в новых сериях. Всем пока.